your dude knew you was coming over, that would be a problem. If our friends knew undercover love and they would try to solve it. Solve it, yeah. Me and you, what we do, it stays between me and you. Me and you, what we do, it stays between me and you. And I know that when you come along, I'll be sure. If it's wrong, then tell me that I'm wrong. I don't care. It makes me happy. And if you're happy, then let's be happy. Then let's be happy. Yeah. Me and you, what we do, it stays between me and you. Me and you, what we do, it stays between me and you.
Good morning, South Africa. Welcome to yet another amazing episode Kona Lago Vooka Breakfast Show, where we give you your daily dose of positivity and obviously your energetic start to your day. And to those who know me and those who don't know me, I go by the name of Afriberry, also known as Miss Berry Plays. But to the darker the berry, the sweeter than Dun Dun. And obviously, we are not only live on YouTube, but we're also live on Underground Radio. So if you do want to get yourself that Underground Radio app, you can get it on iOS for Apple users or the Play Store for Android users. And don't forget to also use the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show, hashtag Sivugile, hashtag Vooka Nation under our comment section. Or you can also feel free to send us a text or a call on 060-493-3226. That's 060-493-3226. And today we are starting off with one of Soweto's most iconic places, and this is the Credo Mutwa Cultural Village. Now this morning we take you into the heart of Soweto's cultural soul, the Credo Mutwa Cultural Village, named after the legendary healer, artist and storyteller Credo Mutwa. This open-air museum is a living gallery of African heritage. Here, towering sculptures and vibrant murals tell stories of mythology, spirituality, and the struggles of everyday life. Mutwa believed that art could heal and teach, and his creations invite us to reflect on identity, tradition, and resilience. Walking through the village feels like stepping into a world where history and imagination meet. A place where the past speaks to the present. It's not just the tourist stop. It's a reminder of the richness of African wisdom and creativity. So if you're in Soweto, make time to explore this cultural treasure where every statue whispers a story and every path leads to discovery. Now, amazing things that are still yet to come is that we have an amazing quote for you, and it talks about art washes away from the soul and the dust of every life. Now, this is a quote by Pablo Picasso, and also an inspirational message that we hope that you will enjoy and probably also include in your day-to-day life is that art is that a reminder that creativity is reserved for galleries and stages. It lives on how you resolve problems, how you express yourself, and how you show up every day. Whether you're creating, leading, or simply surviving a busy week, allow yourself moments of imagination and expression. Creativity heals, connects, and reminds us that there is beauty even in the ordinary things. So please don't move, because right now we're taking a short break and we'll be back with your news and sport headlines, not forgetting your weather, traffic, and market updates.
And once again, a very good morning. My name is Moeketsi, and these are your top stories making headlines this morning. Starting off with your first headline, presidency hits back at Elon Musk's South African claims. The presidency has dismissed Elon Musk's claims that South Africa blocked Starlink because he is not black. Government spokespersons say Musk is spreading false information and ignoring local laws that apply to all companies. They insist Starlink has not been banned and that empowerment rules are designed to fix historic inequality, not target individuals. South Africa says it will not change its laws to suit one company and urges Musk to follow the same rules as everyone else. The next news headline, Ramaphosa taps Rolf Meyer to fix the U.S. relations. President Cyril Ramaphosa has appointed veteran politician Rolf Meyer as South Africa's new ambassador to the United States. The move comes after months of strained relations between Pretoria and Washington. Meyer, a keen negotiator in South Africa's democratic transition, replaces Ibrahim Rasool, who was expelled in 2025. Government believes Meyer's experience and reputation can help stabilize ties with the U.S. at a sensitive diplomatic moment. Your last news headline, Home Affairs hit by massive sham marriage fraud. The Special Investigation Unit has uncovered a large-scale immigration fraud scheme involving sham marriages and corrupt officials. The SIU says marriage certificates and residence permits were sold for as little as 500 rands. More than 630,000 foreign nationals may be living in South Africa illegally as a result. The report recommends stricter vetting of Home Affairs staff and tighter controls to stop further abuse of the system. That's all for your news headline. Heading over to your sports news. Starting off with women's cricket, Mashimbi backs Mlamba to bounce back. Proteas women coach Mandla Mashimbi has backed star spinner Nonkululeko Mlaba to bounce back after a quiet tour of New Zealand. Mlaba, usually a key wicket taker, struggled to make her usual impact. Mashimbi says there is no concern, stressing her quality, experience and importance to the team. He believes the form is temporary and expects for her to respond strongly as the team builds towards upcoming international challenges. Heading over to your rugby news, Zimbabwe to face as AA in Bok Curtain Razor. Zimbabwe will face South Africa's A in Curtain Razor ahead of the Springboks clash with the Barbarians in June. The match marks the return of SAA side and gives Springbok coach Rassie Erasmus a chance to assess depth and emerging talent. It also offers Zimbabwe valuable preparation as they build towards 2027 Rugby World Cup. Your football news, the Jordan fraud case postponed amid legal disputes. The fraud and corruption case against SAFA President Denny Jordan and his three co-accused has been postponed following procedural arguments at the Palm Ridge Court. The defense opposed setting a trial date, citing pending High Court review applications linked to search and seizure operation by the Hawks. The state argued it was ready to proceed. The court agreed to adjourn the matter to allow further consultation and preparation. That's all for your sports and news headlines. We will be back at the top of the hour for your news recap. For now, if you want to share your thoughts and your sentiments, you can use the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show and send your voice note on 0604933226. For now, let's take a short break and then we'll be back with your latest weather update and your market rates.
Morning crew on the Vooka Breakfast Show.
What's up, fam? You chilling with your boy Moeketsi, aka Max for maximum temperature. I am the son of Mother Nature. Let's go.
Famous Naomi P.
Hang out with myself, the one and only MOOCEE List. My name is MooCee List.
On the Vooka Breakfast Show.
You don't mean nothing to me. E-boys like you every dinner. I don't believe what you preach. You're just a rookie beginner. Hang out We're boys on the streets. Like that will make you a winner. I don't believe what I see. Are you wearing gold? You're nothing more than silverware. Thinking you're so bold, but all you are is unaware. Walk around like nothing belongs to you. Talk to me like I'm a young stupid fool. Take off all your clothes.
You're nothing but silverware. I wonder who they're talking about. But you're nothing but silver. Imagine you just stay there for display. But to also continue with the amazing updates that we also have for you, now we'll be heading over to our weather update. Johannesburg is standing at 16 degrees, Cape Town at 17 degrees, and Durban is standing at 26 degrees, Pretoria at 19 degrees, Oh, yes. Pretoria is standing at 19 degrees. So please make sure that you have an umbrella because this weather is very tricky. Just when you think that it's all nice and hot, boom! It starts showering. And then when you head over to our markets, the US dollar is standing at 16 Rand 35 cents. The Great British Pound is standing at 22 Rand 19 cents. The Euro is standing at 19 Rand 28 cents. The Japanese Yen is standing at 10 cents. The Japanese yen is standing at 10 cents. And then gold will cost you between 78,000 and 80,000 per ounce. Brent crude oil you will spend between 1,550 and 1,670 per barrel. And then Bitcoin you'll also be spending roughly between 1,211,000. And then you'll also be spending either between 1,237,000 per Bitcoin. Now let's also get you nice and safe when it comes to your traffic update. In Joburg, roadworks on the R21 northbound at Oliphants Road. 3 of 6 lanes is closed. Roadworks at the N4 westbound at Solomon Mahlango, 1 of 2 lanes is closed. There's a stationary vehicle on ramp to N1 northbound after Lanewood. The shoulder lane is closed. And on which KZN traffic, obstruction on N3 south at ramp from Kato Ridge. Left shoulder closed. Drive carefully. So if you also do have any traffic updates that you'd also like for us to know, please feel free to send us a text on 060-493-3226. That's 060-493-3226. It's a beautiful Wednesday. What more can you want for, except for this beautiful sun that we are celebrating outside? How are you doing, Mo?
Of course, it's a beautiful Wednesday morning, and you know that each and every Wednesday morning we're getting rid of that midweek slump. It is the 15th of April 2026, and yet we are back again with you. Hope that you're going to be hanging with us throughout the hour 10 o'clock. We are Vooka Breakfast Show across all social media platforms. Let's hang out, let us have some great time, because we have been through Monday, Tuesday, but now we are, of course, in the middle of the week. That's where we help you, and of course we are dedicated into bringing you those thought-provoking and thought-compelling conversations. So let us engage on all social media platforms. My name is Moeketsi, and I'm happy and excited to be with you as we will be unpacking very interesting conversations. By the way, I am good. Thank you so much for asking. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Hey, I'm glad because I'm like a bit well rested.
Yeah.
Because I had a very hectic weekend.
Yeah.
I went to work on Friday, Saturday it didn't work. Sunday and Monday, it was just a whole lot of days that are just full of work. And so they basically almost do it like Ramadan, where they only eat 6 to 6. They eat 6 in the morning and 6 in the evening.
Yeah.
And then there's nothing else that you can do at that time. So if you have a partner, you stay away from certain amount of things like that, besides fasting. And it was a pretty interesting part because I did know like we had Greeks in South Africa, but seeing the huge number that was there, I couldn't even understand what they were saying. All I heard was that's the only thing I heard.
Yeah.
And it was pretty interesting because we were at a church. And literally in the same yard next to the church, they had like a cafe. They had like a play area for the kids combined with a hall and a restaurant. And at the same time, you also had a club at the same place in church. So it was pretty interesting to learn about that. I'm like, so when y'all are done fasting or you're done with Easter, so you guys literally turn it up.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, this is what we do after we and those people can drink.
A little bit of fun is what everyone needs after a long day of whatever, whether it's church, whether it's work, and things like that. So it's being spontaneous at the end of the day. Just
But it
trying
was
to
a
be
bit
creative.
weird because, especially when you know us, the way we grew up, we only know that you'd have to go to a different place in order for you to indulge in alcohol, literally
Yeah.
after a church service.
Yeah.
And they did that in the same premises. And one man actually taught me even how to greet in Greek, which is pretty interesting. And that's how my girl scored tips, because I was out there busy greeting the people, like, kalmera. So that's basically a hi. In Greek. So if you don't want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, the safest word that you could ever use is kalmera.
Yeah.
So I greeted everybody with that one, and they were pretty excited. And he even whispered to us, is like, you know what, you see, after now, the fasting is done. This is when people start going back wild.
Yeah.
We know that as a church, come next week, we'll be seeing somebody coming into church and say, no, Pastor, I am currently expecting, and this is what. Because apparently after the whole Easter celebration, after the whole fast, that's when people start making babies. And people always come to church and like, no, Pastor, we're expecting our first child, and we saw that firsthand. Because these youngins were busy getting gropey with each other in front of us. So like, we're still here. Couldn't you guys just wait to get home?
I mean, our country is diverse. One thing, when you're mentioning that there are Greek people, you know, I was also shocked that there are, what do you call, Puerto Ricans living in South Africa, right?
What?
Because for some people living in a culture or in a country that's not diverse, it's really not for them. So they'd rather go outside and explore what other countries has to offer. Because South Africa is diverse, that's why you would have, you know, such people like Greek people also coming into the country. Yeah, Mr. B?
So, if you were to relocate, where would you go? Which country?
For me, I was actually considering Greece in terms of relocation. There's even a program.
Greek.
Yes, Greece. So there's even a program that actually allows you to relocate to Greece, where you get a plot of land that's provided for by the government. And then for the first year or 2 years, the government actually pays you for the relocation. So you basically just get to sit down, relax, and you get paid for living in that country. And then after a year or two, that's when you can say that, yeah, you can look for a job. Because at that time, you're just getting paid to just live there. You get a plot of land, you get a house, you get a stipend provided for from by the government. And it's
Sasa.
not, you get Sasa, you go Greece. And it's not even the only one. I also know that in Italy, there's also such a program. So you also have one in Switzerland. Most of the time when they do this program is because most villages, as you know, that as a youth, as we grow up, we want to go to vibrant cities, man.
Yeah.
I don't want to stay in the bundus, busy out there with the sheeps. So they're basically trying to increase the population that is currently declining in those places.
Yeah.
So especially in Greek, there's not a lot of youth that are living in Greek. In Greece, I mean. So they're trying to increase that by inviting different people from different countries who just want to have like a different view of things, to just come and live in Greece, and they can start building their own family there. But you need to go as a family. So in order for you to actually get accepted for that whole relocation system, you need to go there as a family, okay, a mom, a dad, and maybe 2 or 3 children. Then you're good. You're set.
Yeah, very interesting. If I were to relocate, honestly, I would say, like, I just want to live in multiple places in Europe. Because for me, I think more than anything, I just want the experience. I know that when it comes to being in one place, because I know that I have a problem with short memory. So I'd rather be in multiple places, so that whenever I try to combine those memories, I know when, if maybe I have been to Germany, let me say I've stayed in Germany for like 2 years, maybe after 13 to 10 years, I will remember the experience that I had in Germany. So living in multiple, countries in Europe, it's my ideal, idea of relocating, right? Not in one place, because if I have to relocate, I don't want to stay in one country. Let me stay in Germany for 2 years. Let me stay in Poland for like 2 years, also like two, depending on how, the atmosphere and everything, it's like the culture and things like that, if I can also adjust to the culture. But I would really like to stay in multiple countries in Europe. Yeah.
No, I think
Interesting. I mean, population of Greece is 9 million. Population of Johannesburg is 9 million. right?
Yes, sis.
So the median age is 48 years old.
Median.
Yeah, so that's the average of people living in Greece. So they don't have a younger population, and they're not having as much kids. Yeah, so they should be excited when you see these young ones walking up to Abo Mfundis. But also, a portion of the Bible was written in Greek, so it is a Christian dominated country. The fact that they celebrate Easter after Easter, it's like, man, guys. Or maybe they know something we don't. But good weekend, Afriberry.
Yeah, because I never actually got a chance to actually ask why they celebrate Easter after Easter. And it's, if you notice, it's not even that far apart. It's like a week later. That's actually when they actually celebrate their Easter. But man, it's pretty fascinating. So I cannot wait for that one, because somebody wanted to poach me. So you guys might miss me.
I get it. The requirement you said is you have to go there as a family.
No, I'm not saying in Greece. I mean, somebody from there who owns a company wants to poach me.
Oh, okay.
Because he liked my energy, and I saw that the other girls, especially this other manager that I was working under, she was beefing. You should have seen her face. She was mean mugging me. So I sold her very fast. I'm like, don't worry, Nick. I'll send you a text. We'll talk via WhatsApp or talk via call. So
that's beautiful.
It is.
We will miss you.
You know what? I'll just broadcast from Greece while you guys are the other side. I'm like, Calmero, Vooka breakfast show.
Yeah, man, more than anything.
Man, we shall miss you.
Wow.
More than anything, there's nothing that, will defeat us, because, when it comes to SIMULCAST, that's what we do, because right now we're also streaming live on Underground Radio, which you can also download wherever you are watching from, in order for you to get the stream on audio only, right? You can both download on iOS and on Android, right? So with that being said, it is 23 minutes past 8, and another conversation I just want to invite you in to share your sentiments and thoughts is about to happen right now in a second. So we all have heard of a statement of a saying that desperate times call for desperate measures, right? You're in a situation whereby you are, forced. You're put in a corner to do something that you've never done in your life, and you're like, okay, I am desperate in this moment and I need to do this, right? So we are going to be talking about desperate measures, and if you have an experience of desperate measures, you can come through on YouTube and comment down below and let us know what was your story, right? So we all have that one moment we are not proud of, whether you are visiting somewhere, whether you're going to a different place that you have not been into. The cupboard is empty, the clock is ticking, and desperation kicks in. Would you ever use someone else's face cloth or toothbrush if you really had to? Right? It's early morning, you are running late for work, maybe after a sleepover, a road trip, or a crashing at a friend's place. You reach for your bag and you realize you forgot your toiletries. The sink is right there and their toothbrush is right there, and suddenly your morals are negotiating. Some people say it's harmless one-time survival move. Others say it's hygiene crime with no forgiveness, right? And when it comes to some other perspectives out there and talking points is the first one that we have is the never ever camp, which for them, it's a toothbrush is basically an extension of the mouth of limits, full stop. And the emergency only crowd say it's if it's family, a partner, or a real crisis, they might bend the rules. And the second last one is the I've done worse honest bunch say face cloth, towels. I mean, that line gets blurry really, really fast. And then the last one says hygiene experts often say shared personal items can carry bacteria, yet surveys suggest many adults admit to sharing towels or face cloths, or at least once when stuck. So I don't know, when you are faced with this measure, what do you do? Have you ever used someone else's face cloth or toothbrush?
Actually, no.
Yes.
Actually, no. Can I tell you that I actually travel with my own toothbrush and toothpaste in my bag?
Yeah, you shouldn't use.
I have my own toothbrush. I have my own toothpaste. I have my own travel cloth. I have like separate. and this is something that my grandmother taught me at a very young age. At home, we have our own separate travel gear that stays in a specific place. So I know that if I need to go visit for like a weekend, I already have my own literally toiletry bag set up, whether it's lotion, Vaseline, toothpaste, toothbrush. I have it.
Friend, nah.
I do.
Nah, but no.
Maybe it's
I'm not disputing that. I'm saying the context is you forgot your. When that thing that you mentioned now, you've got all of your travel gear sorted. You happen to forget it.
The one thing,
right?
okay.
So it's good that you put these things aside. I fully agree. Do that. But now we are saying you forgot those things. Aziko.
For me, the one thing that I've actually ever forgotten when I traveled is lotion. Toothpaste, I can't. Yo, toothbrush.
You always carry toothpaste.
I always I have 3 sets of toothbrush that are spare. They're all in different places.
But we get that. You lose your things. And one of those things that you carried with,
you lose them.
You lose them, right? Would you? Here's a friend, right? You're traveling, no Tando, and she says, no, use my face cloth. Because Melisambe, like we need to leave now. That's the question. Not the good. Do you prepare early?
You always have them.
It's desperate measures.
Desperate measures.
But anyway, think about it, right?
Yeah.
There was this coding camp I went to, and around load shedding, we didn't have electricity. It's winter.
Yeah.
So my shower, I saw showers like the bathrooms of this building in town. So that morning I left early, man. Early, get a taxi, and I didn't bath, and I got there. The previous day when I tested a man's chisayo, that morning I took a shower in the middle of winter, cold water, and I'm expecting Guti, the water will come through. Yeah, but I did it because I wanted to shower and I still wanted to go to school. Yeah. Right, so yeah,
I mean, it depends on where you are. Because with me, honestly, if I am in such situation, because I'm a very, very choosy person, I would use someone's face cloth and someone's toothbrush depending on how their space looks like. Honestly, you have your clean freaks. If someone is a clean
so would
freak,
you use Afri's toothbrush?
No, I wouldn't.
Hey, you're doing yourself a favor. I think, especially when it comes to the whole toothbrush debacle.
Sorry to cut you there. Yeah.
For me, when it comes to the whole toothbrush debacle, is because I know that I have like some pretty intense gum issues. So that's why I always make sure that I'd rather miss a toothpaste than a toothbrush.
Yeah.
Because I know how my gums can get. Sometimes they just turn to bleed out of nowhere, even when I'm brushing my teeth and I didn't hurt them.
Are you a clean freak?
A clean freak?
Yeah.
It's a lie. I'm not.
So for me,
I can clean
in my list, if you're not a clean freak, then I'm not going to use any, of your items. If you're not, but if maybe I get you a space, like your space is always clean. Like, trust me, I am going to use your toothbrush, right? And
wait, male or female?
Female, not male. I mean, with males, you never know when where that face cloth,
has
passes.
been.
Has been, and things like that. Then when now you are desperate, and then all of a sudden there it is on your face. It's like, dude, you've got my what on your face out there, right? But if it's a female space, like, trust me, I would use their toothbrush and their their face cloth. Yeah, if they're a clean freak, because I was in a situation where we went to a football camp, right? And then what happened was I forgot, as you mentioned, I forgot my things because we were told that it's just going to be a day. Unfortunately, just because of time and whatever unforeseen circumstances, we had to stay at night and then wake up early in the morning, go to training and things like that. So when we came back from training, before we went back to training, I didn't have my toothbrush with myself. And I was like, I'm not going to share toothbrush with my teammates. Like, I'm not going to do that. If you are a football player, never ever share with your teammates because it's gross. Like, it's gross. So what I did is I borrowed a toothpaste and then I put it in my palm and then I used my finger. Like, that's the least I could do. And then, just...
How long was the camp?
The what?
Camp.
Well, the camp was like 3 days.
So you did this for 3 days.
3 days. Yeah, I was like, I'm going to survive when it comes to this. And guys, it's not wrong to use your hand as your face cloth. Like,
It's not.
like it's not. As long as you have soap, put your soap in your hands and then, wash your face. As simple as that. It's as simple as that.
I think the only problem with that would come with drying yourself, especially if you didn't bring a towel. That's when you'd be forced to borrow somebody else's towel or somebody else's face cloth. As much as you can wash your face, wash up but in the end, you still need to wipe yourself unless you have like that one spare t-shirt that you don't mind and you're going to use it for wiping. Then you're sorted. Then you don't need to borrow anybody's towel or face cloth.
Yeah, very interesting. We also want to hear from you. What is your stance when it comes to this discussion we are having this morning? When a desperate time call for desperate measures, so do you answer the call and use other people's items, whether it's a toothbrush or a face cloth? Some of the few comments came through right there on YouTube. The first comment came through from Queen Empower saying, "Good morning, Vooka Nation. Sivugile getting our daily dose of positivity. Afriberry, I love you and cannot to meet you. Australia has been sold very well for me. I'd love to visit USA and UK too." Very interesting, and a very good morning to you too, Queen. And if you are still watching, let us know if you have been in a situation where desperate measures called you and you used your friends or your partner's toothbrush, right? Come through on the comment section. And then we have another comment from Nolu Unlimited saying, well, I really don't think using a friend's toothbrush is wise, at least a boyfriend or girlfriend. Like, why? I mean, I'm sorry to my partner, my future partner, don't use my things, guys.
Okay, face cloth,
even my brother, like,
toothbrush.
why would I use my brother's toothbrush? We are siblings, yes, but why? Like, we have different, like, oral hygiene, guys. Like, we
Amen
different.
to that
Kiss different people.
Aye, boo. And then you're gonna use my toothbrush. Cease, man. Aye. Right.
Yes, man. And then Green came back saying, "Fam, regarding the hygiene topic, under pressing circumstances, I'd share with my daughter and partner because with partner we get very dirty and unhygienic. So why not other people? Maybe face cloth, not toothbrush."
Cease.
How?
Yeah. Okay, with your daughter is understandable. I mean.
But she explained why she would share with the partner.
Have you seen someone's soap
That has hair on it.
How can you have dirty soap? How can you have dirty soap?
Something that's naturally supposed to be clean, and now it's dirty. It has hair from your beard or from your hair. Like, how do you do? Why don't you even remove that?
Sometimes I pay attention to, small things, like into detail. Because one of the things I've seen in my own toothbrush is sometimes Colgate gets stuck there in the bottom, right? And then it gets dry and then it gets high. For that, like, with me, like, it also disgusts me. Like, imagine using someone else's toothbrush. Whether you're my partner, we are married. Even if we are married, my love, please don't use my things.
Oh, but
when you're married, I think
you went on holiday, and then man figa lapo, she packed her toothbrush.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Would you use your partner's?
No, I wouldn't. Guys, more than anything, I feel like I've watched so many movies to a point that I've learned life survival skills. Because there's a movie called The Good Lie. So it's these Sudanese guys who were brought into the US. Like, they don't know anything. Like the modern world is foreign to them, right? So they've been brought into this room where, like, there's everything. There's beds. They don't use the beds. They sleep on the floor. I mean, they took everything. The mattresses, took them off, and then they slept on the floor. And then when it comes to brushing their teeth in the morning, like, there were toothbrush and Colgates for them right there. Everything. Soap to wash themselves and everything that they needed. So what they did was they took a branch from the tree, and peeled it off.
Oh,
and then
yes. They went the traditional African way, old school way.
I would do that more than anything than to use my partner's toothbrush.
Okay, but what about a face cloth?
A face cloth, I would use my hand. I would use my hand, guys. Like, I would never. Because depending, yes, you can love someone, and I'm not saying I'm looking for someone who's a clean freak.
You've never been in love.
You've
never been in love.
I have been to a point that
because
those boundaries I do not cross them.
No, because being in love, and I think 30+ group would attest to this.
What's yours is mine.
Besides that, also there's this bond. Which guys, let's bath in the same tub, sharing because we are bonding. All right, we are bonding. Let's use the same water. But anyway, 30+ will understand.
I understand. It's just that when other people are faced with such, trust me, the response is different. Because for you, it's like you are used to, and you were taught in a very different way when it comes to hygiene. You were taught in a very different way when it comes to using your own things, your own private things. And when it comes to sharing with someone, trust me, that thing doesn't even come over, even if you love someone. Like, it doesn't, even a little bit, right? So you can be in love with someone, but trust me, when that thing does not align or doesn't, speak to you,
your values.
Yeah, it's like your partner will feel like you are, like, why are you not using my things?
No, I mean, it would be the opposite. Like,
yeah.
Let's go. But anyway, speaking of that, I prepared a game for you guys. So, sharing personal items. So I just need a yay or a nay. And then in one sentence, just explain why you would or would not do.
Yeah.
All right? So the first one is we've discussed a bath towel as well as a face cloth and a toothbrush. So let's talk deodorant. Is it a yay or a nay, and why?
Nay.
That one is, for me.
For me, it's a nay.
You don't share deodorant?
I don't.
So now, sharp. You are traveling. Ne?
By cabinet of soda.
No, azikho lezi. Do you see? Guys, please take
picture it.
Take what we said with its desperate measures. Because when you think, no, I wouldn't, I'll just go to the corner and buy. No. We're saying ayiko. And it's 35 degrees out there. And food to be in Durban, it's humid.
Yeah.
So we are chuluga. Would you use someone else's deodorant, yay or nay?
Nay, manning 7 since I have very sensitive armpits, especially if it's alcoholic.
One sentence, cool.
Yeah.
No?
I would, yeah, because with deodorant, I feel like it's different when applying it.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, it's something that even, when you apply, even with the roll on, it just rolls. Doesn't mean that your sweat stays on the roll on and things like that. Yeah.
It just rolls on.
It rolls on.
Yeah.
The next one is, especially for you, Afriberry. Oh, sorry, no, it's not for you. Sorry.
Especially for me.
Yeah, no, because if you see it there on the list, Mo, it says on number 5, it's hairbrush and a comb.
I don't think this actually applies to either one of us, Konala.
Yeah, no.
The person who could ask maybe is Nolta because she got hair. We ain't got hair.
Yeah, no.
If she would share a comb or a hairbrush.
Okay, so that doesn't apply. Lip balm or lipstick. Now, this one more specifically, as kulumnya zambak, right? Because the zambak, you can also use your finger to apply it.
Yeah.
We're talking about lip balm, like strictly.
Yeah, I mean,
a chapstick.
I mean, as guys, we use ilabelo. There's ilabelo, a lip balm, and I remember, sharing it with some of my friends. But there's this other friend of mine who had, I don't know what you call this, but he had
a cyst.
Yeah. So his lips are black, and for him it's it's prescribed. It's prescribed. Yeah, it's only for him. So when it's like that, I don't share. And the doctors will tell him.
And if you've got a flu sore,
I don't. I never.
That thing is contagious. For me, yes, I would. But like as Mo just said,
you would take someone else's.
I would share.
Lipstick.
Yes, but if they have vela, it's the flu, the fever blister, then I wouldn't.
Okay.
If it's not there, then I would. If it's there, I get sharp too.
Okay. The next one is earphones, and I'm talking about your in-ears, where it's got your earwaxy and
So
I saw you had Afriberry, right?
Yes.
But would you use those?
So currently, right now, I'm sharing and I'm always borrowing my brother's earpods, right? And
So the answer is yes.
It's, no, like I think it's limited only. I would only share with family. Outside of family, like I don't.
That's pretty understandable
don't.
because with me, I also share my earphones with my little brother. And that's as far as it goes. I don't share them
feel
with
like you guys
anybody
are
else.
lying.
No, on the real, I have my earphones when I'm out in
I don't-
public.
I
I put
don't
them in my
use
bag.
other
I don't
people's
pull them
earphones.
out.
But
They stay in my bag.
So are you saying if someone says, "Hey, this is funny, take a look," and they hand you one
I would
earpod?
take it. I would take it.
Right.
But there's a thing because with
You
me,
wouldn't
listen,
stick it.
you
Put it like halfway.
In college, my friend used to do that because he liked Instagram Reels, right? So he would have his earphones. So without him looking, because he's paying attention to his phone, I would, first
Clean it out first.
wipe first. Like you wipe first, and then because with me also I know that each and every time, like I have a lot of, I don't know what you call it, jam. We call it the jam. Earwax, right? So with me, I will always do that. Every time when I take it off, like I make sure, even with my brother's earpods, like I would make sure I'll take a needle, like scrape, remove everything and bring them, back to him as
You
clean
don't
as
leave
they
no
are.
DNA behind.
No.
You don't go all the way in Afri.
No.
You just put it here.
Yeah. La.
Okay. Shoes. And we're not talking family. Let's just stretch it.
Yes.
Your friend's shoes.
My friend's shoes. No, I haven't worn my friend's shoes, but I've worn my partner's shoes. Whereas I'm like, where are my shoes? Even though it's his shoes. Where are
I don't
my
think I'll
shoes?
ever
But
meet
do you wear them
someone.
to the mall?
No, I've never worn them going out.
So I mean, like, like use those shoes.
No, then no.
A girlfriend?
No.
Guys,
You
we
haven't?
have different odors, man. Hey, when it comes
Okay,
to
yeah, I think I
feet.
have once.
Tattoo.
I've worn my girlfriend's shoes once.
Yeah, boy. You guys are lying out here.
No. But with shoes, Shem, now it's a no. Because I
Tattoo so mood.
don't even think I would share. It will come to a point that I even share with my partner because I don't think I'll meet a girl who wears size 9, guys.
For me, it slides for me.
Yeah.
For me, it slides.
What size are you? 9?
No, I'm a 6, 7, and sometimes an 8. So it all depends on the cut. I'm serious, guys.
There's
You
no
guys have
size.
never paid
But
attention.
it's
You see,
always between the 2, not 3. It's either a 7 or
Unless
8.
you've got wide feet.
Yeah.
I have wide feet. Hence, I'm saying that it depends on the cut itself. Because some shoes, you find that a size 6 for me, it turns out to be a bit more tighter, and then my feet don't get enough space to breathe. That's when I'll go to a 7.
But we're
Or sometimes
talking
a
a cut as a UK, ain't it?
What should I tell you about UK young? Me, I go to according how my feet are or how my feet feel.
But we are getting Chinese imports now, so
Yeah.
it's not the same size.
Yeah, 'cause-
but in a way, the last one, which applies to both of you guys, right? Shaving clippers.
Yo, Vanna.
Which one? The hair, for the head, yes.
Yo, okay.
With family.
I mean, I don't like that.
It's only with family.
Only with family.
Yeah, I stopped going to the hair salon because of that. I just got grossed out. So I bought myself clippers. So they're only used by the family.
So the trauma is lama saloon la where they get a sponge, ne? And you're waiting in line, and there's a guy with dandruff that's before you. It's like, you know what?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, go to Clicks. It's about 200. Just buy your own.
Yeah, so for me, it's only with the family. So I went to Clicks. I got my clippers there for me and the family.
Yeah.
After that, it was pretty amazing, man. So right now, I cut my hair and my son and my 2 little brothers.
Yeah.
So that's what I do at home. They know the saloon is at home.
I mean, when it comes to these things, I also believe that it's with growth also, because for me, I would say that growing up, I would share with my cousins because I didn't know any better. Sometimes because, so there was a day, there was a day where I used my brother's toothbrush by mistake. because they will buy these blue colored Colgate. You understand? The one that are written Colgate. And then we put them in one cup in our toilet, right? But mine, I had scratched it so that I can easily identify which one is mine.
Which.
But in that morning, I woke up and mistakenly I chose his. And then after realizing I chose his, yo guys, I think I brushed and washed my mouth for the whole day because yes, he is my brother, but that's how strict and that's how I have boundaries when it comes to oral care, when it comes to these things, right? So it's very interesting on how some of us can take, these desperate measures. So if you still care to share with us, because the conversation still continues on our YouTube by using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show, or you can send your voice note on 0604933226. That's 0604933226. Some of the comments came through right there on YouTube. One from Miss Q Rams saying, "Good morning, Vooka team. A great day to you and the Vooka Nation. A very good morning to you. Hope that you're going to have a great Wednesday morning ahead of you." And then Miss Tembimni Uma came through saying, "A very good morning, Vooka Nation, Underground Radio DB and a team, and of course our best energetic Vooka team on a beautiful sunny Wednesday morning. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show, hashtag Sivukile, hashtag happy blessed Wednesday family. Stay safe and take care of yourself." That's exactly what we are going to be doing this morning. But as we wrap up this conversation, we are asking a question. What's the most personal item you've ever borrowed in a pinch, and what pushed you to do it? You can simply send your voice note. For now, we're taking a short break, and then we will be back, of course, with many more things to unpack. Your boy Moeketsi, my man, aka Max for maximum temperature. I am the son of Mother Nature. Let's go.
Famous Naomi P. Umkabayi Kamakusazana.
Hang out with myself, the one and only MooCee list. My name is MooCee. On the Vooka Breakfast Show.
Brothers and sisters,
check this out.
High definition radio. The underground.
Shall we proceed?
And always making sure that we always give you some amazing historical events that happened today, obviously. Making sure that you stay up to date with one of those history lessons that you probably missed out in high school. And today we are covering the Walter Sisulu. Walter Sisulu speaks out against the forced removals in Sophia towns. ANC leader Walter Sisulu addressed the mass meeting in Sophia town, Johannesburg, in open defiance of the apartheid government's forced removal of black residents. His actions helped Gravelins national resistance to the destruction of Sophia town, which became one of the most powerful symbols of apartheid era displacement and injustice in South Africa. And then today, don't also forget that we are in our 105 days towards 2026, and we only have 260 days left before we say goodbye 2026. Hello 2027. And we also do have 30 weeks in and 1 day still to go. Now today, when it comes to the national celebrations, we are celebrating World Art Day. World Art Day celebrates creativity and the contribution of art to cultural diversity and dialogue. It is celebrated on the 15th of April and was established in 2012 by the International Association of Art, linked to the birthday of Leonardo da Vinci. The purpose of World Art Day is to promote artistic expression, encourage cultural awareness, and highlight art's role in education and society. And we are also celebrating International Micro Volunteering Day, which encourages small and time-efficient acts of volunteering that make a meaningful impact. The day is observed annually on the 15th of April, and it focuses on giving back in short, flexible ways. The significance of this day is to make volunteering accessible and to promote social responsibility, and shows that small actions actually do matter. And then we're also going into our celebrity birthdays, and today we are celebrating Tulip Peterson, who would have been 76 years today, who was born in April in 1950 in Cape Town, South Africa, and is a composer, theatre director, and also an actor. Now, the rise to fame is that they are co-creator of the iconic musical District 6, a giant of South African theatre whose work preserved the stories and spirit of District 6 and Cape Town's cultural history. We are also celebrating Andre Joubert, who was also born on the 15th of April in 1964, Ladysmith, South Africa, and is turning 62 years today. Profession is that he's a former Springbok player, also known as the Royce Rolls of fullbacks, a key figure in South African rugby during the 1990s, admired for his skill and composure. And that is all that we have for our celebrity birthdays. So if you do know of anybody celebrating their birthday today, feel free to also send us a WhatsApp text on 0604933226. That's 0604933226, letting us know who you are celebrating today. Or you can just send us a comment on our YouTube comment section, letting us know who today in your life is also celebrating their special day. Sombo, do you know of anybody actually celebrating their birthday today?
15th of April. I don't have anyone that I know of, who's celebrating their birthday on the 15th of April. But it's very interesting because, there are celebrities out there, that we do not know of that are celebrating their birthdays. But to everyone, man, who is growing up, I'd like to give a huge shout out to say happy birthday to you, and may the great God continue to bless you with so many years. I mean, I think birthdays, it's one of the hot takes that I have, with birthdays that I drafted yesterday, that everyone should celebrate their birthday, no matter the circumstances. Whether financially you are not in a good place, guys, celebrate birthdays, because I feel like more than anything, birthdays carry memories that help us, into our adulthood, into when we grow up and become parents, to understand the importance of having memories that we will always cherish, right? So that will be my hot take. for today. I don't know. Are we done with celebrity birthdays?
Oh yes, on other celebrity birthdays, we're also celebrating Emma Watson, also known as Hermione Granger from Harry Potter. Today it's her birthday, and we're also celebrating Luke Evans, who also appeared on The Hobbit and Fast and the Furious. Not also forgetting Sexy Red. For all the rappers out there, we're also celebrating Sexy Red's birthday today. So happy birthday to each and every single person born today. We hope that you have a fantastic and amazing day ahead.
Yeah, very interesting. On, of course, the 4 minutes that we left till 9 o'clock, we will give you your news recap. We have something else, Mr. P?
Yeah, so what recap is at 9, right?
Yeah.
So World Volunteer Day. So if you were to volunteer, man, for at least one thing, a cause, whatever it is, what would it be?
Ooh, I think psychology.
Okay. Like go and help abantu bases Sterkfontein.
Yeah, and
Okay.
like observe and just help around. Like help around with anything that they need, because I find people who are psychologically challenged very interesting. I don't know why. Like people who are psychologically challenged, like I find a deep sense of wanting to find out, because I love the brain, and studying the mind in general. Yeah, so if I would have to volunteer, like send me to Sterkfontein, man. Sterkfontein, and yeah, I would do what I'm supposed to do. Of course, they will tell me what I'm supposed to do on the day. Yeah, I don't know about you.
To observe, ne?
Yeah, to observe.
Yeah. Let me think, Afri.
I think I'd go to Orlando's children's home and actually volunteer at the children's home. That's what I'll do. 'Cause
I mean, you did say you love kids, right? All kinds of kids. The ones that have mamina, all of them, right?
you are so dramatic.
No, I'm saying like it's your.
Yes.
You're showing it now.
Yes, I love kids, so I'll definitely go to Orlando's children's home, spend my time volunteering there. But another place besides Orlando children's home, another place that I actually like to go back and volunteer at, it's a horse ranch in Diepsloot called Shubashaba. So they deal with physiotherapy for people who cannot walk, because it has been discovered that horses kind of help to stimulate the nerves, especially for anybody who cannot walk and that kind of stuff. So I'd actually also go there and volunteer there, besides being able to ride the horses, of course.
Yeah. Look, Mina, it's something that I don't look forward to, because I'm already doing it. I'm a volunteer, guys.
Wow.
Patrol cars, right? And things are growing where those that exceed 2 hours, they get paid. I don't.
Oh, nice.
So because I only do 2 hours, I'm considered a volunteer.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
we've got my walkie-talkies, and yeah, I'm already volunteering. But of my choice, I think a soup kitchen. Soup kitchen.
Yeah.
Because even if the food is bad, no one can come to me and say, "I but it's oily pie." Like, what do you expect, bro? I'm volunteering.
Those people can be mean, man.
Yeah,
like,
no.
hey, when I see soup again, it's like a hot man. Logudla is not like pegwegin or something else, right? But yeah, very interesting. If you want to share some of your thoughts in terms of the World Volunteering Day, you can let us know. Let us know where you would like to volunteer, just to commemorate and celebrate this day. So we are, of course, shying away 30 seconds away from 9 o'clock, and let us take a short break. We will be back with your latest news recap. For now, please don't switch the dial.
You don't mean nothing to me.
What's up, fam? You're chilling with your boy Moeketsi, my man, aka Max for maximum temperature. I am the son of Mother Nature. Let's go.
Famous Naomi P. Umkabayi Kamakusazana.
Hang out with myself, the one and only MooCee list. My name is MooCee list. On the Vooka Breakfast Show.
It's exactly 9 o'clock on the dot, and here are some of your news headlines that you missed on a news recap. Starting off with the first headline that you missed is presidency hits back at Elon Musk. South Africa claims. The South African presidency has rejected Elon Musk's claim that Starlink was blocked due to race. Officials say he is spreading false information and ignoring empowerment laws that apply to all companies operating in the country. South Africa's empowerment laws require inclusive ownership in sectors like telecoms. Government says Starlink is not banned and Musk must comply with the same regulation as any other company. What's next is the dispute may continue online and diplomatically. Government officials say they remain open to investment, but no legal changes will be made to accommodate a single company. On your next news recap, Rolf Meyer named South Africa's new U.S. ambassador. President Ramaphosa has appointed Rolf Meyer as South Africa's ambassador to the U.S. The veteran negotiator replaces Ibrahim Rasool and is expected to help repair strained diplomatic relations. Meyer played a key role in ending apartheid, and it is respected across political lines. His appointment comes after South Africa went more than a year without a U.S. ambassador. What's next is Meyer is expected to begin diplomatic engagement in Washington aimed at stabilizing political and economic relations between South Africa and the U.S. Next, on your last news recap, SIU uncovers sham marriage immigration scam. The SIU has exposed a widespread immigration fraud scheme involving sham marriages, corrupt officials, and illegally issued residence permits across South Africa. Marriage certificates and permits were sold cheaply, enabling hundreds of thousands of illegal residents. Corruption inside Home Affairs played a central role. What's next is the SIU has recommended stricter controls and staff vetting. Criminal prosecutions and immigration reforms are expected to follow. That's all we have for your news recap. If you want to share your thoughts and your sentiments, you can simply use the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show or send us your voice note on 060-493-3226. And of course, it is still a very beautiful Wednesday morning. Hope you are having a great time as we are with some great sounds from a lo-fi song titled Give It a Go. Let us engage. Let us, of course, hang around on our social media platforms. We want to hear your take on what we say, because I have a very interesting take on this beautiful Wednesday morning as we were going through some of the celebrity birthdays. And I think for quite some years, I am still building up to this argument to say everyone, guys, should celebrate their birthdays no matter what the situation is looking like. You don't have money, celebrate your birthday. Like, find something to do, because I've seen personally, I didn't like birthdays growing up, but I have seen a mark that is very significant when it comes to the memories that I have had, right? So let me just bring this to you so that you can understand, right? Because I've done some research and found out that the general public believes that they see birthdays as optional. Some people love the attention, others find it awkward or expensive, so they let the day slide by. The default attitude is that it's just another day, guys, unless it's for kids or milestone ages like 21 or 50 or 100. But it's only a day that comes once, right? When it comes to the general claim and what people are saying, they say birthdays are often dismissed as just parties or excuse for a cake, but they're actually a rare ritual that forces us to acknowledge existence, growth, and survival in a world that really pauses, right? So when it comes to the myth of what people believe and the reality of what birthdays are, starting off with the myth, birthdays are vain or childish. Reality says birthdays are public record of endurance. In South Africa, where life expectancy has been shaped by history, health, and inequality, marking another years is both personal and political. So that's why I stand on this, that everyone should celebrate their birthday, so that whenever you grow up, you're having a hard time in your life, you can always date back to the memory and say, you know what, there's a day that really made me the person that I am. And that's when my friends came through for me, and I never expected my friend to buy me a cake. The reason I'm saying that is I had a friend, and I was so shocked that when I bought her a cake, it was like, it's the first time someone has bought me a cake in my life. My mom, my dad have never bought me, or any of my friends have never bought me a cake. So that till today, it still sticks out, because it shows that it's not like you are alone out here. People appreciate you for you being here. So it's your birthday. We appreciate and we need to celebrate the life that you are. Right, so everyone, guys, should celebrate their birthdays.
So should 100%, but not everyone will. And I think the reason also is circumstance. Yes, you mentioned finances, right?
Yeah.
But do you think there's a difference between appreciation and celebration?
Appreciation and celebration. Yeah, there is a difference.
Yeah, because
there is a huge difference.
Give me, I might not celebrate it, but I've got appreciation in as far as I'm still alive. I thank God my health is still in check, but there isn't any celebration.
Yeah.
So give me, I need you to tell me, when you say celebration, do you mean bells and whistles? But what kind of celebration?
I mean, I don't think we can just tone it down to that one day and say an appreciation can happen in that certain day to say, okay, it's your birthday. You appreciate, you being here and you having the life that you have. But when it comes to celebration, I feel like the difference is we appreciate, or you appreciate your life each and every day. But on a specific day, which is your birthday, that's when we come in and say, it's time for celebrating. There's triumph, there's victory. You have, endured through difficult times. And for that, we appreciate you for taking the stance. We appreciate you for, being as strong as you can. but there's a certain day that is meant for you to celebrate that in itself, and that day is your birthday.
But I feel like it comes with your mental state at that present moment. Because Gunabantu, where right now mentally so, they're not in that mental state of celebrating anything. So even when their birthday comes around, they're not in the mood to celebrate it.
That's when.
That's why having people around you that let me bring you your flowers, man. Just like guys, you didn't have to. Because mentally they're not in that in that state. Because I've seen also Nagim man, like guys, the 30 plus gang, like there's a point where it's like, guys, just wish me. That's it. We
don't need to go out and do
that's
other
because
things.
in terms of expectations,
they have lowered.
And that's also where the problem comes in, because I feel like society has built up into the expectations of how birthdays should be celebrated. We spend so much time in social media looking at how other people celebrate. Other people go out, they do these things, book places, go out at lodges. No, as you say, that it can simply be a message, it can simply be a call. Because one of the interesting things that I found out when it comes to the evidence and the stats from Positive Psychology of 2021, they say rituals like birthdays are linked to lower rates of depression and higher social connection, especially in communities with high stress.
I fully agree.
Understand?
Because it's more social than as opposed to an individual thing. Yes, we've seen people go out and take dates by themselves. But it also has to do with the people you keep around. Because I remember growing up, and it's something I actually do miss, but Magi birthday yami in the company of my family, even if there's no cake, they would still cook. They would go out and try and make sure that I know. Let's prepare several colors, nyana. So okay, sharp. But it also depends the social circle that you've created.
Because there's guys who are going to be the indoor. What are you buying on your birthday? You know, to say, what are you doing, Pelas? Tina's as of right now.
For me, I prefer cooking for myself because my family has scammed me way too much. They always say that Christmas lunch they've cooked for me, and I'm like, it's Christmas lunch. It's not necessarily about you cooking for me because it's my birthday. It's because it's a must for that day to be cooked. And they always ask me, where is the birthday cake? Whose birthday is it?
So, if you were to have them do things differently, according to how you would want things to be done, what must come to happen for that day?
Can they just buy me cake and I'll be happy?
No, I need to imagine we've established sometimes there isn't any money, right? So there's no cake. But at least at the minimum they can cook.
Oh, it's not that there's no cake. They expect me to buy the cake.
No, but what do you want them to cook twice?
I'd rather skip on the whole big family Christmas lunch, because I told them once, I can cook for myself. My grandmama didn't chase me from my house, so what you guys are telling me is irrelevant. And there's like 2 of us born on Christmas. I have a little cousin. He turned what last year?
So should they cook twice?
8, 7. For me, they must just leave me alone.
No, because I get to mean I'm just taking a page from what you said, Uguti. No, don't say it's my birthday.
Yes.
So that's what I'm asking. To cook 3 times. Okay, guys, breakfast is Christmas breakfast. And then in the afternoon, we're cooking for Afriberry. And then in the evening, we're cooking.
Yes.
I'm asking, what would you want them to do? Don't take my idea.
Make me my own special lunch or special dinner. One.
Tell them.
Bo bakwatsa tsimpi mphegeleng ke le one le tlogolo mphegela le lona kaofela ke batla ya ka plate special ke le one.
Look, I think this also comes down to the understanding of events, right? To say each and every family, when we bring the word birthday, what is it that you guys understand? Like, what is your understanding of what we call a birthday? Understand? Because for me, the reason why I would go out and do something else for someone and buy them a cake on their birthday is because of the understanding that I got from my family. Because I didn't understand, but it just became a ritual. Like, whether it was sour at home, but if it's your birthday, we have to eat a cake. Like, it has to be there, right? Because it's a gesture of showing that even on difficult days, we have moments whereby we can eat something that's nice, right? We've been eating whatever. Our menu has not been changing, for the past 5 days. But just because it's your birthday, we'll go all out. And for the mere fact that it only happens once, you have the whole day. Like, for some people, they have like 364 days to plan for your birthday, like 500 rands. And now this comes to a stat that was released by Old Mutual and Finscope survey. They say in South Africa, average household funeral spend is 30,000 to 100,000. Yet many won't spend even a lousy 500 or 100 rand to celebrate someone alive. But when someone loses their life, we go all out and look for money everywhere. So why don't we go all out to celebrate?
No, Leo, I'm clapping back. We don't have a choice.
No, but
we don't have a choice.
In a way, we kind of sort of do, especially if a person took out a funeral cover or a life insurance policy. Because I know for this past weekend, this Saturday, Kiboni film in my hood where we had person who chose to drink all of the money away and did not invest in a funeral cover or a life policy, and now the whole street had to come together. Now we're searching our pockets so we can contribute towards the funeral, and it was so bad that there was no food for the funeral. There was not even money to take out the body from the mortuary.
But what I'm saying is funeral, that's different.
Yeah.
Let's say kunomuntu or family, they indulge a lot in alcohol. So there is a budget for alcohol. But then a mere 500 rand just to say happy birthday. I mean, a cake, it's like what, 220 now?
Yeah, 220, right? Yeah.
150 people.
Yeah, but a funeral is like, hey guys, we didn't expect this. But alcohol or izinto, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sure. In terms of priorities.
Yeah. So,
but Afri, I mean, at least I'm totally cake, but
that's what I'm saying. At least the cake. But no, when I come, birthday girl, where's the cake? And my grandmother knows that I've switched my attitude. When I come for a family get together on my birthday, I carry my own box of wine. I eat at home before even reaching the place. And I arrive fashionably late so that they can't even ask me about a cake. And I'm like, why didn't y'all buy me a cake?
But now this is similar to nursery schools where the one that's celebrating their birthday, they're the ones that need to finance the entire thing.
Yeah.
I ain't tell you occupant. Interesting. Man,
even there's Black South African shows. I remember when I used to watch Mzansi Bioscope, right? Because they would also try to enforce the culture to say, guys, even if there's nothing, but like try, because some people at home, like, they have skills. You have the skill of cooking, you can bake, those kind of things. So there was this show that I once watched, and it's so sad that this guy, even when he appears on social media, they still remind him of the character, right? So his name was Ugiza. So Ugiza had an alcoholic mom. So his mom, on his birthday, baked him itombolo and then wafaki kendlela. on top of it.
Wait. Okay. Cool. Funny, ne? But I need to. You're saying people should celebrate their birthdays regardless. It's the thought that counts.
Exactly.
Right? So, that's crazy, man. Sorry. That's just.
At least I think it would have been much more nicer if, let's say, maybe the dumpling inside had like a piece of meat. So when he cuts in, surprise inside. But
let's not take it away from him. Giza, did the things.
And the thing is, the mom is alcoholic, right? she found a way to buy herself a beer because people can be alcoholic, but they will try to make a plan. I won't use my beer money to buy you something, but I will use my skill to bake you a tombolo and put a candle and celebrate your birthday.
I think even buying a Chelsea bun and putting a candle would have been a much more better option. Chelsea bun is like, what, 11 rand?
Yeah, but here we're not critiquing. It's about effort in the thought. And I think Giza did the things.
Let's be honest, sometimes the thought is thoughtless.
Giza was disappointed, but a lot of people were like, you know what, Ma, you did what you could, right? But as we're wrapping up this hot take is that when it comes to the cultural critique, in South Africa, we'll spend on funerals, lobola, year-end parties without blinking, but we'll tell someone just grow up when they celebrated their birth. Are we willing to honor the life when it ends? Because that's when the conversation of celebrating artists and giving them their flowers after, everything. Like, give them the flowers while they're still alive. The work they've put in, let's celebrate them. I mean, for someone, it's like when they started their career, they will say, on this day, I feel like it's my birthday because that was the day where I decided to pursue this career, on where I am. So these days, like, they bring, that significant memories that we can always cherish. Because I have a friend who says they don't celebrate their birthdays. And you see that it's just messing up their
mentality.
Like, it's just messing up them, because now when you're also being invited, it's like, I don't do that.
It stems from something.
Yes, there's more to birthday celebrations, social connection and meeting up with people and doing all of those things.
And as a person who doesn't actually even celebrate their own birthdays, you end up not even being invited to social events because you just become a damper. You're not somebody who's cheerful around these other days because you forget to see that moment. It's not about you, it's about the person that is being celebrated, but instead, for some weird reason, it ends up becoming about you because you don't like celebrating birthdays. Njani, bro, njani.
Yeah. Very interesting. So that will be that for my hot take for this morning. You can also come through in the comment section and let us know what is your take on this. But for me this morning, I'm saying everyone should celebrate their birthday, no matter what the circumstances. If you don't have the money, use the skill. I believe that we all have, or we possess, a skill that can be helpful to make someone enjoy their day. It is 23 minutes past 9. And I just got that we are going to be in a conversation. We're going to be in conversation with who is going to be joining us for this morning.
We'll be joined by Moeketsi Paul Mahlalela. And last year we actually interviewed a colleague of his. I don't know if you remember the lady, Ms. Govender, the lawyer that we interviewed last year.
Yeah,
so unfortunately, originally it was supposed to be him last year, but this year he's coming back again. And Moeketsi Paul Mahlalela is a distinguished human rights lawyer, corporate governance authority, and principal attorney with over 15 years of progressive leadership spanning the public and private sectors. He's a holder of an LLB from the University of Pretoria, admitted advocate in 2014, and enrolled attorney in 2019 with deep expertise in governance, risk and compliance, legal adversary, stakeholder and intergovernmental relations, litigation and corporate secretarial services. Currently managing director of Mahlalela and Co. Attorneys Inc. and chairman of the Council of Compliance Professionals, a 2022 40 Under 40 Africa Award winner in the sports category, traditional chief minister to HM Kgosi Lehasa II, and founder of multiple civil initiatives. Now that's the person that we are having today for an interview, and we'll be discussing the deadline for registration of customary marriages and the consequences of lobola. Now this is something that I'm very interested on, because you know what, we need to learn these things, because you never know when they're going to be playing a key role when it comes to your life, or when you decide to go and actually pay lobola. So guys, let's get you on the tip on the legalities of lobola and the consequences of it.
Yeah. With that being said, just before we get into the conversation, another one that we're going to be having is how exactly we are rich and poor at the same time, right? It is the time wealth paradox. Are we rich in money but poor in time? We also want to hear your thoughts in that. But let's just to give you a little bit of what we will be talking about and introducing this conversation is that we all know that sometimes if you are a millionaire, you can have an empty calendar. So it's of course, picture this, it's a Friday, we spend all week chasing the bag, chasing the promotion and chasing the dream, but here's the paradox that might make you pause. In our race to become financially wealthy, are we quietly becoming time poor? We are working 14 hours a day to pay for a beautiful home we only see when it's dark outside. We own more things but fewer moments. Today we are asking the big question: is your bank account growing while your life is shrinking? Let us know by using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. So, the time poverty trap that a lot of people are trapped in, because we have been told that this is the rat race. You know, you're chasing, and then you end up finding yourself wasting, or you have wasted so much of your time. You finally buy that dream car. It's got the leather seats and the premium sound system, but you only ever use it to sit in 2 hours of traffic to a job that leaves you too exhausted to drive anywhere else. Economists are now studying time poverty. It's a phenomenon where even as our income rises, our discretionary time, the time we actually own, hits zero. We are technically richer, but we are time poor. A 2025 global survey found that 78% of working adults would actually trade a portion of their salary just for one more day of freedom a week. We've turned life into transaction where we sell our most limited resource for a currency we can always print more of, right? Very, very interesting and thought-provoking, by the way.
Yep, absolutely. Something that I have experienced and observed, where you think this one thing you are pursuing will bring about happiness.
Yeah.
It will bring about short-lived happiness.
Yeah.
That's if the means of acquiring it is sacrificing your time and livelihood.
Yeah.
So you're right by saying you end up getting this vehicle, but then you spend time in traffic with it.
2 hours,
right?
every
but
day.
also one thing I've learned from a spiritual level is that you need to give something to get something. So here the price is your time.
Yeah.
Right? And you've often heard that the rich don't work for money, right?
Money,
Because when we talk about work, we're talking about time here. So money makes money for them, not their time that they trade for money. So spiritually, so you need to trade something. You need to trade something to get something. Now you decide what it is that you want to trade. Do you want to trade your time? Which the more you acquire wealth and riches, the more you have to give of your time. And unfortunately, when it comes to time, it is a finite resource. There's only 24 hours a day. And you're a family man, you need time for yourself, gym, and you try and juggle all of these things. So it is a finite resource. But you can also choose to trade something else. That's where my mind is right now, that with everything in life, everything, there is a price. Unfortunately so. But you decide what it is you want to trade with. Do you want to trade with your life, your time? Or do you want to trade using money? Or you can also trade using time, but other people's time. OPM, other people's time. Other people's money.
Other people's money.
OPT, that's what I meant. Other people's time, right? Or even in the world of investing, you don't have to invest your money. You can still invest money, but it's other people's money, OPM. So everything, people must not get this twisted. Everything has a price, and it should be paid. Because the bill always comes to you. Especially if there's shortcuts, you will see. So I know there was a shortcut here. The bill will always come.
Very interesting, because when we think of money sometimes is we have mentioned that money can buy everything, right? But can money buy you time? Can money buy you everything that you need, even the time that you have lost? Because for some people, for some parents, they always try to replace time with money, or they replace money with time, right? Just because I was never with you for this whole week, I'm going to give you 20,000 rand for you to spend. That's me replacing, the time I didn't spend with you. But very interesting, because we know that there's always tension when it comes to these conversations that we are having, in which is, would you settle for comfort, or would you settle for connection when it comes to this, or when you're faced with this kind of situation in your life, right? So here's the tension. Money buys you comfort and security. It keeps the lights on and the future safe. However, time buys you meaning. You can't save time in a bank account to spend when you are 80 years of age. It's a use it or lose it currency, right? And then bringing through the argument, the first argument argues that for the ambition argument, it says you have to grind now to relax later. Financial freedom is the only way to eventually buy back your time. And the presence argument says later is a ghost. If you don't own your moments today, you are just an employee of your own lifestyle. The contrast is very sharp. Are we trading our hours for possessions or for presence? What happens when we realize the richest currency in Soweto isn't the rand, it's the seconds. Each and every second and each and every minute of your life, it does count, right? But for some people, they realize that I've spent 50 years grinding, but at the end of the day, there's nothing to show out of that grind. So, are you living, or are you doing that for the moment that will help you to recover the time that you have had?
Yeah, very interesting, because I forgot the artist. Could be Jill Scott or I think so. In your 20s, you work hard, right? And this is where you sacrifice a lot of your time, right? And then in your 30s, she says you need to work smart. You're still sacrificing a bit of time, but now you have found ways to save up on your time and use your time elsewhere. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
And then in your 40s, that's when you work where you want to work, because now you've got options now, right? And because you've got options, it gives you that flexibility. Do you want to work from home? Do you want to work a 4-day week? But you've built yourself up. So in your 20s, you work hard. Your 30s, you need to work smart.
Yeah.
In your 40s, you work where you want to work. And then in your 50s, you work when you want to work, right? And then in your 60s, you work if you want to work. Yeah. Because that's when you've built yourself up to such a level where if I want to, I will. If I don't want to, then I won't work. But all of this is based on time. So in your 20s, you trade a lot of your time. Yeah. And then in your 30s, it's about expertise. And you refine that in your 40s as to where it goes. Yeah. And then when you want to do it, the best time. And if you want to do it in your 60s. But the one thing for me is centered around, you can always buy a lot of things, but it's a problem if you want to buy your health back. Yeesh. Because now you've got the money, but then you don't have the health.
You have the wealth, you don't have the health.
It's painful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Billionaire, but as a billionaire, you are
poor in health.
You've got cancer or like whatever it is.
You don't even get a chance to actually enjoy your money because now you're worried more about your health.
I can buy things out there. I can buy a cure. I mean, allegedly it has been said that if you have money, there is a way of curing that HIV because you have money. You belong to a certain people, because I feel like more than anything, these terms were not created for just enjoy to use, but I have this a little bit sense of belief that you can buy health. You can buy health.
Yeah, sure, you can
to a certain
try
extent,
and prolong it. Ne?
Yeah.
But this is where Lama rituals come in, manje, hey, you know, do this, you'll get that, and becomes a whole other thing. Solomon in the Bible says, yes, money will solve about 99 or most problems in life. Most problems. But he didn't say all problems will be solved by money. Yeah, where it's like if your money doesn't work for you. A simple example is this guy go the Titanic when it was going down, and it's women and children first. So I'm there's another boat for gentlemen that side, but it's only for the wealthy gentlemen. So yamnikeza imali, and then this was before the panic and the mayhem came in. When it started, Yashuba man, it's like, hey, bro, your money can't save you. So, take your money. Now, so there's things that money cannot buy.
Exactly, depending on the situation.
And one of them is health.
To a certain extent.
That one I beg to differ, man.
Hence, I'm saying to a certain extent.
Because there's things that prayer can do, that the medical world can never do. Yeah.
I mean, I've watched this.
And prayer is free, by the way.
You can't buy a prayer, but you can buy a pastor to pray for you. So there's this program show that I watched. I think it's called Doctors Over Borders or something. Doctors Without Borders, right? That's where you get like professional medical doctors who are willing to save someone else's life. And now, whatever they have to do, it will cost, and each and every penny that has been spent, it will work. It will work. Behind the doors, we have like military veterans who are always, in this, who have been, retracted or extracted from the military force because they feel like they can, perform some of the task outside of the military in itself. So it's very interesting, but I believe somehow, trust me, have money, you will see that it can really buy you the health that you need. You can buy lungs, you can buy a heart, you can buy intestines if you have R1 billion. Trust me, right? But that's the conversation we are having. We also want to hear from you right there on YouTube. Are we really rich in money but poor in time? I want to hear from you. 0604933226. It is 37 minutes after the hour 9 o'clock, and we will be back shortly after this break.
요즘 내 일기가 재미없어진 이유를 찾았어. I've been wasting all this time finding words to let go. Cause I'm looking for Neverland, backtracking on memory lanes, hoping it's not just a wonder. I can't be watching, waiting for changes, wondering for the right time. Cause I noticed we came to a pavement that crumbles. It's just a merry-go-round. I don't think it's you, might be me. There's just so many things going on. But when I'm with you, it feels so new. Cause I'm on a secret, I'm all alone falling. I've been off and on with you. Tell me why it's so hard to choose. Going in circles, running round. Cause I'm looking for Neverland, backtracking on memory lanes, hoping it's not just a wonder. I can't be watching, waiting for changes.
Welcome back, and we always make sure that we always serve you some tea that is amazing and always has people on their tiptoes. And today the tea that we are spilling is everything that has to do with South Africa's very own Prince KB, because he leaked DMs between him and a 23-year-old. Hi, Prince KB, uthanda bantwana. So Prince KB has sparked online debate after sharing screenshots of a private DM exchange with a 23-year-old woman on his X account. The woman reportedly reportedly initiated contact and persisted after he declined, citing the age difference. The post quickly went viral, reigniting conversations about dating dynamics and age gaps in entertainment industry. Now, what we need to know about all of this is that Prince KB says young women often initiate contact with older men, countering a common narrative. He publicly maintained boundaries and stated he is not interested due to age differences. Some social media reactions are divided, so with praises for setting boundaries and debate over double standards. Now, the producer has shared the screenshots amid broader online discussions about who typically initiates relationships and how age gap dating is judged, particularly in celebrity spaces. His post was positioned as a response to claims that older men are usually the initiators. The conversation is likely to continue online, obviously, because South Africa, we like gossiping all the time, with public figures and users weighing in on boundaries, consent, and age gap perceptions in dating, especially within the entertainment industry. So this one is very juicy, man. So we need to talk about this whole age gap situation that's also happening out there. But another thing that we also need to discuss when it comes to the hot tea that SA is spilling is that court orders Musa Kaula to retract false divorce claims and apologize to Malema. The Johannesburg High Court has ordered gossip blogger Musa Kaula to retract false social media claims that Julius Malema and his wife were divorcing. The court ruled the statements unlawful and defamatory and instructed Kaula to issue a public apology. The judge followed an agent application brought by Malema and his wife. Now, Musa Kaula has permanently retracted the post within 24 hours of the court order. He is required to publish an unconditional public apology on all platforms where the claims appeared. He also has been barred from making similar allegations in future in order to pay legal costs. In February 2026, Musa Kaula alleged on social media that the EFF leader Julius Malema and his wife were heading for divorce due to alleged infidelity. Despite legal action being initiated, he continued to repeat the claims, prompting the couple to seek urgent court intervention. Musa Kaula must now comply with the court order by retracting the statements, issuing an apology, and ceasing any further defamatory commentary about Malema or risk further legal consequences. Now, if they said hot water was something that people like, then Musa Kaula is definitely one of those people who always is a fan of getting burned, because he just never stops.
Kaula. That's funny. But anyway, Nayozo Ksua, because you mispronounce his surname and stuff. But jokes aside, right? So coming back to Prince, there's like comments online where people are saying, but guys, Umdala, the girl is 23.
Yeah.
Right? So where's the issue in that? Do you see an issue, Afri?
I do, man. This is
where though?
For me, I think it's also because when you come into the entertainment industry, I get where he's coming from when he actually leaked the DMs that he got from this 23-year-old, because it's always been known that especially entertainment people in the industry or artists per se are creeps. They're always creeping on young kids and always trying these 20-year-olds. So now it has also shown that it's not always the older men who actually initiate the conversations. Ilabantwana laba banama-2K bayinkinga. Ilabantwana laba hamba inyoyebela umuntu omdala lapha ukuthi umuntu omdala ethi sibone sihlanganisa ini. And it's not always the case, and it's not something that needs to happen. And it comes back to so many celebrities that we know that have been dating or married to younger women. Like, for example, Rapulana Sepoemo. We know that he's married to somebody way younger than him. This person is still in like their late 20s going to 30s, and he's in like his late 40s. Okay, yes,
but that's what I'm saying though, right? Because the age difference is like 13 years. Your last relationship or your current one, age gap, what is it?
Oh, age gap 2 years.
2 years. But now you've seen couples that have a 10-year gap, right? Because Begubani just the other day, Lamise and
oh yes, Kulichana that got married 3-day wedding celebration.
It's a 10-year gap between the two of them. Beautiful couple, power couple actually. But now Lana, it's if they were to do something, it's just 13 years. So Mina, I'm asking, is this an issue? Yes, it's an issue in as far as Babaya's late. Do you get that?
Yeah.
Right? But like age-wise, is this something that is really an issue? Because the difference is 13 years. Because Prince is 36 this year.
Yeah.
I think right now in this whole day and age that we live in, the age gap has become a bit of a problem in its own way because these days, like traditionally the gap was not supposed to be that big. It was not a scene when a younger woman dated an older guy. But right now, due to some very old predators that are actually out there, it has now been shunned upon for the whole age gap situation that you can't even date a person who's like older than you, like 6 or 7 years, because they've seen that pressure in nani. Hence the whole age gap in terms of dating came under fire. Because some young girls would say that no, because of his age, it put me under pressure, and I didn't know what to say because he's older than me. And then he came back to ask you to, okay, he's older than you. What were you doing dating an older guy? If you saw that you couldn't stand on your own 2 feet during their whole relationship.
This, it always, involves individuals in terms of, your understanding of the situation, what happens. You know that we will go all along and all the time with this one. But with that being said, we know that we left with 13 minutes. But that 13 minutes that we are left with on another developing story that includes Julius Malema is that today he will be sentenced as the state sick 15 years in prison. So EFF leader Julius Malema is due to be sentenced at the magistrate court in Kukompo City in the Eastern Cape today, this morning. He was convicted in October 2025 on 5 counts under the Firearm Control Act after firing a rifle into the air at an EFF rally in Mdantsane in 2018. The state is pushing for a 15-year jail term. If sentenced to more than 12 months, Malema will lose his seat in parliament. So that is another developing story. But we will, of course, be back with more developing stories of what really happened today in court. But as of now, let us go back and, of course, head over to the conversation that we were having earlier in terms of, are you losing, or are we having enough money and we are replacing that money with the time we do not have. So please just stay with me.
Back to back music on the underground.
Brothers and sisters,
check this out.
High definition radio. The underground.
Shall we proceed?
So we are still talking, of course, the time, wealth, and of course the paradox that are we rich in money but poor in time? Some of the comments came through right there on the comment section. TK came through saying, good morning, I'm a Vooka Mahle. Happy Wednesday to you all. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. A very good morning to you, TK. Hope that you're going to have a beautiful Wednesday morning ahead of you. And then Z came through and say, good morning, Vooka Nation, Underground Radio TPN and team in the studio. Sivukile. And I am so embarrassed for joining late, but I will catch up on the first half. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. But thank you so much that you took your time to be with us. And then she said, wishing you all a blessed Wednesday. Stay blessed, fam. And then on the conversation that we are having on how we are rich and poor at the same time, Z says, my take is pointless. It's pointless to be rich in money but lack peace. Happiness or not manage your time as far as spending with your loved ones. Very interesting conversation. But as we continue the second part of this conversation, we also want to hear from you, right? So we are introducing the emotional curveball when it comes to this this conversation, right? So here's the real shift, because we often say we fear poverty, but we actually fear. What we actually fear is wasted time. We fear looking back and realizing we were busy, not alive. But the real shocker is the moment we rush through. The slow breakfast with the kids, the quiet sunset, the long talk with a friend are the very moments we would pay billion rands to relive once they're gone. You can't buy a redo on a missed childhood or lost conversation, right? And some of the perspective, of course, they come in just to sum up this conversation, because we have three of the perspective. The camps. Maybe you can just let me know which camp are you falling into, because the first one is there are people who say they are the highest stake hustlers. They believe sleep is for the broke, it's for the weak. If you sleep, you are very weak. They value achievement and status, and to them, time is a resource to be exploited for profit. They have the best watch, but never time to look at it. And the second camp is the slow living rebel. They've opted out of the race that we call the red race. You're always chasing money, but you never have moments to spend that money, right?
I think that's more me.
Yeah. You're chasing the money.
Yeah, I've noticed that I've been chasing the money like nobody's business. I'm in my own red race, and I've never actually had time to sit down and enjoy the money that I've been chasing.
Yeah.
Because most of the time I chase it and give it at home. I'm like, okay, use what you need to do, but I've never even taken like 100 rand
and spend it on yourself.
Spend it on myself.
Yeah.
No, man, I need to get out of this red race.
It's very interesting. So the slow living rebels say they take the lower paying job for a shorter commute. They value freedom and mental health. They might have a smaller house, but it's a house full of laughter. You know, there's excitement in the house. There's happiness. There is joy in the house than a very big house with empty people in it, right? So the Vooka investors say they understand time leverage. They work harder, but they are obsessed with buying back their time through delegation and boundaries. They know that the ultimate flex isn't a Ferrari. It's a Tuesday afternoon off, so that you can relax and do whatever that you want, you know, at your own time. Because I think most of us and many of the people out there, they wish for that. They yearn for that. The time off.
We don't even know what rest is.
Yeah, it's so sad on how we have defined rest as. You know, we've defined rest as spending so much money as we can, but it's not really like that. But those are the perspectives that we have when it comes to this. But in all context, when we come and resolve this whole conversation and discussion, is that the mastery of moments always play a huge role in what you do in your life. So at its core, the time wealth paradox reminds us that success isn't about how much you earn, but how much you own. If you don't own your morning, your afternoon, or your weekend, you are not rich, Mtana Sikaya. You are just a well-paid tenant in your own life. The value lies in balancing your ambition with your presence. Money is a tool, time is the masterpiece. So those very profound words are some of the words that a lot of people want to hear, because I always spend my time at work. I never have time for myself, because it's always a thing, man. You know, the monotony and everything that is going on, the rush that we are always in. Like, you spend so much money to pay for a house that you barely live in. What kind of life is that? And do you really want that life yourself?
Interesting, guys.
Yeah.
But let's come back to reality. Would you date someone who is rich in time but poor in money, or rich in money and poor in time?
So there's something that I've learned when it comes to things that we are attracted to people, right? Because some people, they will date people according to what they're attracted to. So one of the attractions that I've learned is you can't be physically attracted to someone. That means you're only dating the person just because of how they look. You can also be attracted to them financially. You're attracted to what they make. Other things don't count. You're attracted to how they think psychologically. You're attracted to how they take care of themselves emotionally. And I think the last one is how they just live, basically, right? When you combine all of the three. So there are people who will say, I don't care. My partner can travel. He's not here or she's not here, but I'm there for the money.
Yep.
That's what other people choose out there.
So, are you attracted to what you don't have?
Attracted to what I don't have.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a very tricky one.
No, because
what I don't have, it's something that I can get from someone else.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. Because that's where the balance comes in for you. So you have the time, but you don't have the money. And what would you choose when, like?
At this moment, I'm dating for the time and not the money. It's my current situation at this moment. But I love to date for money and not the time. Hell yeah.
Are you saying your reality right now, you're dating for time? What would you prefer?
Sweetie, I'm a Capricorn. I love money.
Okay. Cool. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Very interesting. Very interesting, because when we come to the bottom and the essence of, and the foundation of this is there's contributing factors that we also find. Okay, even if I'm attracted to money, do I have the money? If I'm dating someone because of how they look, do I have the looks? If I want their time, do I have the time? Because most people, they want something that they don't have. Hence, they will tell you that it's an experience that I'm building with someone. I don't have money, but let me look for someone who has money, and let me see where life will take us, basically, right? But we have ways that we can, kind of define, how we see time and money playing at one place, but in modern context. But if we bring it also back to South Africa in Ramaphosa's economy, do those things really, really matter? Because you have to be out there, right? You have to be grinding, you have to be paying rent, you have to be taking care of your kids and all of those expenses that come with that, right? So sometimes you might say, okay, I actually need the money, I don't need the time. It's sad, but I need the money more than anything. I need the money so that I can buy my family time.
But that's simple to solve. Just get a job.
Yeah.
Right?
Let's be honest.
I'm sorry, but it's simple to solve it. Like, just get a job. So I get it. You've got the time.
Yeah.
Take that time and trade it for money. Like, go get a job.
You get a job, but for you to stop the cycle, it's like you have to sacrifice your time so that you can buy other people time. Because the reason our parents will go work for us to go to school is that they're buying you time so that you can go to school. But now if you do not have that, you're like, hey kids, there's no time for school.
And then it's painful for a parent where a child goes to school are failing. I'm buying you time. I'm trading my time to earn money. With this money, I'm buying you time, and then we are fail at you.
I don't want you to go through the same experiences that I went through. But it's very interesting, man. On this 2 minutes that we are left with as we are wrapping up this conversation, money may fill your pockets, but only time can fill your life. As you head into this week, don't just spend your money, spend your time. Be the person who owns their moments, not just their things. Because in the end, the richest people amongst us aren't those with the most possession. They are the ones who still have time to enjoy them and, of course, relive the moments over and over again. It's been nice, of course, being with you this morning. Lastly?
Yeah, lastly, so just before we leave, we had another comment that came in right now from Noli Unlimited. And she said, we are not going to eat time, Betuna, and looks. Money matters. We can't spend the time looking at each other the whole day.
Is she a woman? Because
Yes.
I feel like this is a woman who has commented.
It is.
I like the way you read it. Like, you were like, money matters. We can't spend time looking at each other the whole day. Like, explain to me, why did you read it like that? But anyway, thanks, guys. It's been epic.
It's been epic. Until we see each other, same time, same place, right here in the Vooka Breakfast Show. It was great hanging out with you. Right now, of course, we're going to be leaving you with the great sounds of King Sis, Wanna Be Free. Take care and enjoy the rest of your day.
Wishing I could take a break from this world.